Hi guys, so today we're gonna be watching Don't Watch Alone videos. So first I'm gonna put this one for you guys, and I'm gonna be watching on the TV Dan Matt Smith.
In the
Top
following video,
scary,
a nurse working at a hospital
top
decides to go inside a
scary,
room where many
dirty
doctors
scary
and nurses
videos
are
that will
afraid to
make
be
you
in.
call your
The
mom.
room in question is located on a floor that,
So
according
I'm
to
gonna
rumors,
leave
is
this
haunted.
here so
It
you
isn't
guys
known if the
can
rumors are
watch
true, but
while I
apparently,
watch
after what was captured, it may be the case that something truly strange is happening on this floor. On March 9th of 2021, a nurse known as Shanae Richardson pays a visit to the floor in question. On this floor, there's a hidden room that for some reason is blocked off from access. So, one night, Shanae decides to enter this room. She had gained access by asking a custodian to open it for her, but little did she know, this was a bad idea. The following is her video. Watch.
And my older
So everyone wants
here.
to see what's behind the door, so I'm back and I'm going to show you what's finally behind this door, okay? Alright, so one more time, this is everything that's wrote on the door, behind this door in this hospital, and it's been unlocked, so I'm going to go inside.
Right now. Bye.
It happens quickly, but in case you missed it, here it is again. It now makes sense as to why Shanae had suddenly shut the door. Out of instinct, she had backed away upon seeing what looks like a face staring at Shanae from a distance. Its disembodied head seemingly stays in place without moving an inch, or at least it seems like that, because apparently viewers claim that the head can be seen moving for just a bit. She wasn't exactly sure what she'd seen, but whatever it was, it prompted a sudden urge within her to leave the space immediately. It was only after watching the video that she saw what it was. Not much else is known about this incident or what occurred afterwards, but until there's an update, this incident remains a mystery.
I'm gonna watch over here with you guys. Okay? Okay.
On July 28th of 2024, a certain video was shared among many residents of a town where something quite peculiar had taken place. It happened right outside someone's house at around 7 p.m. Those who live here had thankfully caught the event on camera via surveillance footage, but the video itself is just part of the reason why neighbors are concerned. Whatever happened here had sent someone to the hospital. It was immediately after knowing this that residents of this neighborhood became terrified. The following is what was captured. Watch. It was immediately after being knocked out by something that two people, presumably friends or relatives, come over to assist the man. Accompanying them is a dog that for some reason heads over to the spot where the object had seemingly flown from. It isn't clear why the dog had gone there first, but viewers think that maybe it was seeing something no one else could. Although quite strange, it's what occurred before that's most baffling. What looks like a flying object appears to strike the man from inside the house. Now it's worth noting that he's okay, but he did need a couple of stitches afterwards. But strangely, he doesn't recall what happened. This whole incident is a blur to him as the impact was intense. Not much else is known about this occurrence, except that it took place in Colombia. But like most videos, I'll let you come up with your own conclusions. Just what exactly was caught on camera? It's nighttime in the following footage, when a baby monitor inside a child's crib captures something that its parents have been worried about. It was all caught on the night of October 23rd of 2023. Suffice to say, their concerns have intensified after seeing what was captured. Even worse is that after this incident, their oldest child, who's only a year older, did this. Now before showing the clip, it's worth noting that they were being babysat by a relative who recorded the whole incident. Take a look.
Shay. Cheyenne. Cheyenne. I see why the baby's crying.
Now, what's concerning about this is that the parents have seen this behavior before in the house they used to live in. The house in question is where this footage took place, and it's what happens in it that made them move out. Living in their old home, their children used to stare at things that didn't appear to be there. Sometimes they would start crying after staring at nothing. Something was upsetting them, but the parents weren't sure what exactly that was until they saw this. After watching countless recordings from the baby monitor inside their youngest child's crib, one video caught their attention. The following is that video. Watch.
And where the heck is the tea room? Like, bro. These are some weird Chuck E. Cheese, Five Nights at Freddy's animatronics up in here. I don't know what this is, but this is something that you're supposed to shoot. Okay? You just shoot it and call it. Just shoot it.
It's for this reason, among others, that the family has moved out of this house. They believe that what was captured had been the spirit or entity that's been upsetting their children. Replaying the footage, one can tell that this black, shadowy mass is anything but a person. The way it glides past the crib and the fact that it flies towards the ceiling suggests that this was something else. Whatever this might have been, the parents hope that it hasn't made its way into their new home. If so, then they don't know what else to do. For now, the family continues to share videos of paranormal happenings from their past home in the hopes that someone could explain what's happening and see if anything must be done to keep them safe.
Wayfair's bank holiday clearance is here. Discover thousands of deals, like desks from £115 and sofas from £595. Don't miss the sale from the 23rd to the 27th of August at wayfair.co.uk.
I am up for anything that makes life easier. With 5 kids, 2 dogs and a Joe Swash, HelloFresh is a no-brainer. This is going to be such a good way to get the pictures in.
It was an ad.
In the following video, a teenage boy and his family are taking a tour of a new house they had just moved into. The family in this footage hasn't had the chance to check out their new home until now, so naturally, out of excitement, they bring a camera to record this moment. But unbeknownst to them, this special occasion would suddenly turn creepy. It would be at this house they recently called home where something very strange happens. The following is their footage. Take a look.
Just take this off. No, I can't take this off. It looks like I can't take it off. My thing is stuck. It's stuck.
Oh, he's up
Where is it?
I could throw a movie in this house.
I know, you can't. That's the attic.
You wanna go in there?
That's the attic.
Well, you wanna go in there?
I want to see what's...
Out of nowhere, the sound of a screaming child is heard from somewhere inside the house. Realizing that no one else was home except an older relative, they bolt out as fast as possible, knowing that what just happened was not normal. Either a child from outside the house had screamed, or, as viewers believe, something else was captured. Listening closely, the scream seems to have come from inside the house, but strangely, there hadn't been another child inside. If no other kid was present, then who was heard on camera? With no further updates or videos from this family, it remains unknown as to who or even what had spooked them. On the rocky cliffs of an ocean side, a very peculiar video was taken. The video itself starts off by showing a scenic view of the ocean, But apparently, it wouldn't just be the ocean that astounds the person recording, but rather something else. They hadn't noticed what was captured until much later, and they were left even more spooked after learning that this place has had many people pass away, specifically from jumping off. Nicole, the person who took this, explains what she captured. Take a look.
Rewatching this video I took of the ocean, and I just now realized I captured a voice. Clearly, it's not my voice.
A voice, clear as day, is heard on camera. No one else had been around, which rules out the possibility of this being said by someone close. Even weirder is that the voice sounds staticky, giving it a robotic quality. From Australian to that of a pirate's voice, viewers believe that this may have been the spirit of someone who unfortunately passed away on this spot. Just like Nicole, they too might have been enjoying the view. But whether ghost or not, the voice alone is quite strange and continues to baffle Nicole to this day. Now the following video comes from Isabel Riley, who no doubt believes that she may have evidence of something that can't be explained. The video she's made shows this evidence, which was captured by her boss, who later shared it with her. According to her boss, he was at a restaurant in New Orleans known as Antoine's. Now at this restaurant, there's a huge wine cellar with hundreds, if not thousands of wine bottles worth millions. So, out of curiosity, he checks it out. But if only he knew what was down there, he wouldn't have gone. While being in the cellar, he snaps a couple of photos, some of which show the owner of the restaurant who is giving him a tour. In one photo, we see the restaurant owner on his laptop, who apparently was placing bids for more wines during an online auction. The boss takes a few more photos and then leaves the restaurant before calling it a day. The next morning, he's on his phone looking at his camera roll when he notices something odd in one of the pictures that he took. Isabel presents those images. Take a look.
So this is the first picture that he showed me from the wine cellar. You can see this guy who is on his laptop at auction doing whatever. And here is the next picture that he took. So we all see that. That is a full body apparition. It looks like a woman in this like black Victorian dress. And when I was showed this, I genuinely had full body chills. This is insane. I've never seen anything like this, and I need to not be alone in seeing this because holy.
Unlike anything Isabel has ever seen, a seemingly full-bodied apparition appears clear as day in the pic. A cursed image is what some believe this might be. Others, however, have no idea what was captured. If only two people had been in the cellar, then who was the third person? And why do they appear to be dressed in clothes that seem to have come from the 1800s? They, or it, were nowhere in sight when the photo was taken. It's for this reason that Isabel's boss is certain that something ghostly was caught. Whether a ghost or something else, viewers can't help but feel immensely uneasy when looking at this pic. They don't know why, but something about it disturbs them. While Isabel has yet to figure out what was captured, viewers are certain that this was paranormal. But as always, let me know your thoughts on this one. On a Thursday night, somewhere in Florida, two friends decide to record themselves at a slumber party when something pretty creepy is captured. Both friends hadn't noticed anything peculiar in the video until one of their moms had seen the footage.
This is my daughter and her friend. Please watch closely between them. No one else was up in my home.
Heather, the mother in question, is baffled by this footage, given that it took place inside her home, where other strange things have happened before. Occasionally, she would catch her dog looking at something that doesn't appear to be there, and other times, she would see her cat staring at a space that's completely empty. Now, although she thinks there might be an explanation for both common occurrences, she can't say the same for the following incident. This footage is unlike anything she's ever seen. It's late at night when this is captured.
This is my daughter and her friend. Please watch closely between them. No one else was up in my home. Look between them right now.
What was meant to be a fun little video has turned into a scene out of a horror movie. Without realizing it, both friends had caught something moving in the background. It appears briefly for just a split second before exiting from view. Whether a person or something else, no one had noticed it until the video was sent to Isabel's mother. It was shortly thereafter that both girls became aware of this mysterious figure. While it isn't certain as to what was captured, they can't help but think that something otherworldly was present during that night. This one continues to remain a mystery.
There's too many ads appearing.
Now this next video was recorded by a security guard who was on duty during the night of October 30th of 2012. The quality of the video may not be the greatest, but it's what happens in it that definitely makes up for it. The guard who took this was disturbed, to say the least. Although where they work is well known for strange happenings, the parking structure of a Costa Rican mall is the last place they would think of as being haunted. But this isn't surprising, as many visitors of this mall have caught footage of something strange in the parking lot. It's really the reason why most people don't like parking here at night. Even to this day, security guards are hesitant to patrol the parking lot at night, as stories and videos like this have left them pretty spooked. The year is 2012, and on this night, a security guard sees that one of the cameras inside the parking lot is sensing motion. The space is entirely empty, so there shouldn't be any movement going on. Not sure what's happening, the guard calls someone to check the space, but as they check, this happens.
Which then brings us into Alien.
Gerardo, fíjate detrás tuyo. ¿Salió algo ahí? Correcto, aquí salió algo raro. Mae, y véngate mejor. Todavía.
As seen on video, the parking structure is devoid of any visitors during this time. If no one had been there, then what exactly had set off the sensor on the camera? It only appears to be going off at this exact spot, and it was already going off before the guard had arrived. Well, after a few seconds, it becomes apparent as to what was being picked up by the camera. A dark, shadow-like figure that appears out of nowhere. In a stealthy manner, the shadow inches closer and closer to the unsuspecting guard before suddenly vanishing in an instant. Although taken in 2012, visitors continue to report strange occurrences within this parking lot, and no doubt believe that the San Pedro Mall in Costa Rica is haunted through and through. Now this next video comes from a woman named Kels, who in 2020 caught footage of something she can't explain to this day. The majority of her videos consist of her in front of a camera while doing tarot card readings. She's been doing this for quite some time now, but among all her videos, one in particular stands out from the rest. It was while doing a tarot card reading that Kels captured this.
I keep hearing stop. The music just stopped. Anyway, I keep hearing stop. The fan just turned on. Okay, that's the message I'm getting. In order for you to go where you need to go, you need to stop where you are now and let spirit take over. With the Four of Wands card, I'm definitely seeing there's a union. There's somebody waiting for you on the other side in love. But you also have opportunities coming in. Your spiritual journey. Your spiritual journey is about to take a whole new level, a whole new turn because you've been patient for so long. If you look at let's see if I can get close. If you look at the Eight of Pentacles,
To Kels, this occurrence doesn't faze her, considering that this has happened many times before. It was just then that she was able to get it on camera. Despite the music stopping on cue and the fan suddenly turning on only seconds later, Kels does not think this was merely a coincidence, but rather someone or something trying to communicate with her. Everything that went on during this moment, according to her, was a sign. But of course, like all videos, you be the judge. Was something supernatural at work here? Or might there be something to explain this? If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com. That being said, let's get back to the video. In this last video, a woman named Rosanna is lying in bed when the most disturbing thing is caught on camera. Now, although she was terrified to the point of being paralyzed by fear, she tries her best to film this incident, and for good reason. Getting this on camera would be the best evidence she's had so far in trying to prove that something isn't right with her apartment. Her place is not what it seems, and it's for this reason that her children can't live with her. Things at home have gotten so bad that she fears for their safety, including her cats. In one video, Rosanna's cat does this. Rosanna's choice to keep her family away from this place is mainly due to this and many other occurrences. But as of recent, something's happened that's fully convinced her to keep not just the family away, but also herself. It's late at night when this is captured.
You must be stopped. You're telling me that the government is in cahoots with aliens? Oh, what? So the aliens probably control everything, and they tell the government to tell us what to do. There's a secret room in a mountain somewhere that has all of the world's secrets. I bet you we never even went. They know that I'm not black. I'm actually dark white. I'm black. Yeah. 100%, yeah. A company in Arizona will freeze you in liquid nitrogen for $200,000 in hopes that future tech will be able to revive you. Just your head is $80,000, and pets start at $2,500. Why would I want to I don't even have a pet unless we count my okay. What's a conspiracy theory that you 1,000% a bigger microphone? There are other species swimming around at the bottom of the ocean that are from the prehistoric times.
Now, Rosanna states that during this moment, she had seen a shadowy figure appear right behind the door. Soon after, she began to black out as though she was intoxicated. The entirety of this incident is without a doubt pretty freaky. But while it still remains inconclusive on what occurred that night, Rosanna is certain that she won't be staying here for long. Until she has the funds to find another place, Rosanna will continue to own this strange apartment and presumably capture more evidence of these happenings. But as always, let me know your thoughts on this one. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Also, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe and make sure to hit the bell icon so you don't miss any uploads in the future. Also, be sure to check out the official...
Down here to make you a cup and never judge your mother lover. Maltesers, pets lighten the load for working mums.
Sugar causes wrinkles. Prevent sugar-induced wrinkles and reduce existing ones. Nivea Q10 Dual Action Serum.
On July 1st of 2024, an ambulance driver stands far away from his vehicle while sounding immensely terrified. According to the driver, he had to pull over immediately, as it was just then that something baffling had occurred. In his own words, he was driving back to base when suddenly he saw something in the back of the ambulance. Upon realizing what it was, he stops the vehicle and jumps out in a panicked state. Now, due to a lack of parking, he parks the ambulance inside an alleyway, but even from a distance, he can't seem to look away from the truck. Clearly, something has left him deeply unsettled. The following is his footage. Take a look.
Alright, so I'm not sure how to talk about this, but well, first off, I've been an EMT just for a little bit, and like I ain't never experienced nothing like this. So as we driving back to base, I swear I seen a face in the rearview mirror. Like,
Just tell me as soon as you can.
I need to turn this engine off though, cause like we're gonna be stranded out here.
Who's possible?
I'm not trying to go back in this I don't know if you see it, but can y'all see that back door? Like, it just, like it just flew open. Like, can y'all, nah, what the? Can y'all see it? Nah, hell no. Hey, nah.
It's no wonder why the EMT was immensely afraid of going back to the ambulance. Something appears to have been inside. Although we don't see a face as the EMT claims to have seen earlier, we do see what looks like a shadowy figure moving back and forth. It appears to dart from side to side, as if being stuck inside. The EMT driver thinks that whatever this was had been the culprit behind the cabinet door swinging open on its own, which he says had been the loud thump heard inside. But as for the mysterious face he'd seen earlier, that remains a mystery. Some believe that maybe this may have been the spirit of a deceased individual who unfortunately passed away inside the ambulance. While many think this, others have no idea what this could have been. Whether ghost or something else, the EMT was just glad to have someone from work pick up the truck. To this day, the question remains, just what exactly had been inside the ambulance? In the following video, 3 friends are alone at home when one friend decides to call their mom after something scary had occurred.
I should be home in about 10 minutes, and I need you to stay calm though, okay?
Okay, alright.
So calm, quiet, keep the door locked. Alright, do not go out of the room whatsoever.
All 3 friends are locked up in this room, and for good reason. Earlier, they heard a loud crash from downstairs and other noises emanating from all over the house. They had thought someone had broken in, which is why the police were called.
Was it on glass? Was it metal? What did it sound like?
I think it was just like a big thud, and
So you heard glass shatter?
yeah.
Now this is where things start to get strange, because apparently, after searching the whole place, the police found no signs of forced entry or any clues to suggest that someone broke into the house. With no indications of any trespassers, the police leave the property. However, after watching the footage recorded by one of the friends, the teens noticed something very alarming. Before the police arrived, all 3 friends decided to investigate the noises and presumably take matters into their own hands if needed. But during this time, something happens that prompts the friend who lives in this house to grab his dog and pack his things. They were spooked, to say the least. This is what they caught.
Okay, it's fine, okay.
There, they can have one.
Okay.
Alright, I'll see you soon. I love you.
I love you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
How much more can he live now? Marcus is on straight. Wait. He actually might be on straight. I mean, dang, Marcus. How the heck did you go from 12 pounds to 97 pounds? You didn't inject this something? You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I don't know. That's just what I see in movies. It's Marcus.
Apparently, one of the friends had noticed something moving in the dark. Although we don't see it on camera, something else is seen that none of the friends had noticed until watching this video much later. In case you missed it, this is what was caught. Eerily, something can be seen moving behind the railing. In a swift motion, this mysterious object passes by without making a sound. It almost seems to be floating, given how it seemingly glides. But by far, the creepiest thing about this is that a face can be made out. It's hard to see at first, but watching this again, certain features that a face would have can be seen briefly. Its uncanny motion and closeness to the ground have led the group to believe that a ghost was caught on camera. To them, it looks as though a floating head had passed by. If only they had seen this before the police arrived. As they state, who knows what they would have said about this. While the supposed shadowy figure they saw was enough to scare them, this would have definitely scared the living daylights out of them. Now, up until now, there haven't been any updates. But until then, let me know your thoughts on this one.
When we discover new stories and explore new spaces, we open ourselves up to much, much more. Open the door to more. Become a National Trust member today.
Sorry, this is too much.
On a Thursday afternoon, a mother walks out of a house in a panic frenzy, as it was just then that something baffling had occurred. Outside on the back patio, the family's dog started acting strange. They were barking at something that didn't appear to be there. Although unfazed by the dog's behavior, considering that they often do this in the back patio, the mother decides to record this video, and for good reason. Whenever their dog starts to act up, something very strange happens. As the mother takes this video to show others what usually happens, this is captured.
Look, you guys, it rocks, but then it stops on its own when I come outside. Let's see if I could get it on camera. There's like no wind. That's I know, Blue, someone's there, huh? I know. I don't know why it does that. It does it every time, you guys. This is the third time. I can't believe I caught it on camera. Sick on Blue. Creepy, right? Katie, I guess I do have a ghost bid. Get on Blue. I'm shutting the door.
As many have stated, if it wasn't for the dog's reaction, this wouldn't have been as strange. Clearly, something had set off the dog. The chair suddenly stopping on its own, coupled with the dog's behavior, has led viewers to believe that this was paranormal. The mother who took this thinks so, but any ideas on what exactly had been on the chair remains unknown. Whether supernatural or not, this video remains a mystery. Now, this next video was suggested to me by someone who wishes to remain anonymous. According to them, they had found this video on social media with little to no context. It seems to have been posted by someone who was either at a clinic or a hospital sitting patiently in the waiting room. However, something about this space just seems off. The person who took this seems to have been waiting here for quite some time, with no one else around. Lacking other people in this room, the video gets a whole lot strange when this is captured. Take a look. Somehow, a shadow appears with no one else around. The whole space is entirely devoid of any patience, yet strangely, a silhouette is cast. Initially, it seems as if the shadow was cast by someone off camera, but when the person filming pans the phone to show the whole space, no one is there. No person or object is moving like the shadow on the wall, and neither is there anyone or anything disappearing before reappearing again. The shadow seems to be something of its own. While it's hard to say what exactly was caught on camera, the mystery alone has led many to believe that this may just be something beyond explanation. But as always, let me know your thoughts on this one. On June 4th of 2024, a video was taken inside a public restroom where something pretty creepy took place. The man who recorded this is known as Axel Loza, and based on his voice alone, you can tell that he's deeply troubled by something. Axel states that no one else is in the restroom except him. Now this is odd, considering that he just heard noises coming from one of the stalls, but each one is empty. So, as an attempt to get this on camera, he begins to record and captures this.
And I already told you to take my thing off. Why? You have the other one. Take it off. It's not wrong.
Tampoco hay nada. Escucha. Escucha.
Not. Today,
As if it wasn't already startling to hear the banging noises, we see this, a face suddenly appearing in a stall that was clearly empty. It happens quickly, but not so fast that we miss it. Only do we realize what was seen until after it happens, or at least that's what happened with Axel. It was only after reviewing the footage that he noticed the face. Just like viewers, he was left terrified by what was caught behind the door. Like something out of a nightmare, a pale face with wide open eyes just disappears without a trace. Now Axel hasn't said much or given updates on this occurrence, but with or without further context, the video itself is still pretty terrifying.
You know the clothes that we used for the video? But then what?
In the following clip, a man is in his basement after having heard a strange noise.
I was saying earlier, stuff does happen down here.
Now the man already knows that something isn't right with his basement, which is why he takes this video. Ever since moving in, both he and his family have been experiencing a plethora of inexplicable happenings. But luckily, this time, he was able to get something on camera. The year is 2017, and with only a few months living there, he can already sense that something strange is about to happen. He gets his phone and captures this.
Stuff does happen down here. You can't really...
I just came upstairs to my bed because I have to go to sleep, but I'm still making the video. I'm still gonna keep doing it. Then I'm gonna go to sleep. So we're gonna be watching with you now. Yes.
It's creepy. So that door always swings wider than it stays. It doesn't ever close. Oh, there you go.
Now, taking into account that this isn't something new to the man, this occurrence doesn't scare him, but he still finds it pretty baffling, and he finds it even more so when considering that the door that just opened is extremely heavy. According to him, he can barely open it himself, despite being quite big. Now with happenings like this, one can totally understand why he and his family have left this place. Although taken in 2017 and living somewhere else now, this footage continues to baffle him to this day. In this next video, a woman is standing outside her house during a rainstorm when she notices something highly unusual. The woman in this video is known as Amanda, and while standing on her patio, something close by catches her attention. In fact, she was left shaken up after getting a clear view of what she was seeing. Taking a closer look, she sees this.
Please tell me y'all see this. Just watch. Watch straight out into that yard. Look, you see it? Look. And it happens again. Look. Look. See? And I'm telling you right now, ignore my dog. But look, man, I think it's time to move.
Now without much lighting, it might be hard to spot what exactly was being seen, but with a few edits, it becomes apparent that something had appeared. It's as if someone or something dressed in white was in the distance. Not sure if she was just seeing things, Amanda shares this video online and immediately gets comments from those who say that they too see the white figure. But of course, let me know what you think. Is a figure seen as many believe, or might there be some explanation for this mysterious incident? Like most clips, this one has yet to be solved. If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com. That being said, let's get back to the video. Now this next video comes from Jalen Love, who although has no idea what was captured, is extremely unsettled by this footage. She claims that no one else had been in the house except her two sisters, who are seen on camera. They had just come back from somewhere at around 10 p.m. when the security camera inside their living room recorded the following. Now it's worth noting that this isn't the first time something scary had occurred. Only a few weeks prior to this incident, someone broke into their house. It's for this reason that they've set up cameras around their home in case it happens again. But this time, it appears that something else other than a burglar was captured. The two sisters enter inside, leaving the front door open for Jalen, who is still getting out of the car. As Jalen takes her time to come inside, this happens. Behind this door, a dark figure is seen. It's worth pointing out that no one is seen behind the door before it's open. Nothing apparent stands out until something eventually does. Whatever this is just stands there while seemingly hiding itself from the camera, or at least a part of it, as only partially do we see the figure. Seeing this, Jalen and her sisters were freaked out. They state that they wouldn't have seen this if it wasn't for what occurred later that night. According to them, they had heard strange noises coming from downstairs, which made them check their surveillance cameras. But while checking the footage from earlier that night, they see this. A dark silhouette that disappears in the blink of an eye. Like many, she now believes that something unexplainable was captured. But as always, I'll let you be the judge. Was a ghost caught on camera, or was something else captured? It's around 9 p.m. on a Friday night when two sisters are settling in for the evening. During this time, their mom had gone out to walk their dog as she does every night. But while both sisters are alone at home, something happens that leaves them extremely unsettled. Now the mother in question, known as Isabel Katz, had sent me this video in the hopes that someone could explain her footage. She and her kids live in a house that might be haunted, according to her. Strange things often happen, and she doesn't know what to do. From a sliding cabinet door that is often found open after being closed shut, to mysterious noises heard at night, Isabel is certain that something unexplainable is happening. One night, while Isabel walks the family dog, her two children are alone at home when this is captured.
Nothing. My brother is wondering what was it that he's scared of. Clearly doesn't mirror that, but it's not showing anything. Sure. Oh. Okay. I'm so curious.
It was after watching this video that their mother knew something paranormal had occurred. At first, one of her children sees something that terrifies them beyond belief. According to her, she had seen what looked like a tall figure standing inside the master bedroom. It wasn't exactly clear, as her daughter states, but she knew something was there, and her sister can attest to this, as she too had seen something tall inside the room. Following that, the sound of their cabinet door sliding open is heard on camera. Understandably, the whole family was freaked out, if not spooked, by this incident. Not much else is known about this clip, but Isabel hopes that someone could explain her footage, as she's not sure what to do or what was caught on camera. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Also, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe.
Last one. Yeah, then I'll have to go to bed.
In the following video, a nurse working at a hospital decides to go inside a room where many doctors and nurses are afraid to be in. The room in question is located on a floor that, according to rumors, is haunted. It isn't known if the rumors are true, but apparently, after what was captured, it may be the case that something truly strange is happening on this floor. On March 9th of 2021,
We've already watched this one, sorry. Yeah. Actors, but we haven't watched this
on November 22nd of 2021, two policemen were called to search a house after the property owner suspected that someone had broken in. Now, the house itself is an Airbnb that the owner occasionally rents out, but the owner was sure that no guests/renters were staying that night. She had dropped by to the house when she saw the front door open. Upon seeing this, she called police to search the house for any intruders. The police arrive and begin to search. But while searching the property, something very strange happens. The events that occurred during the search have left both officers extremely unsettled. All events were captured on a body cam worn by policemen. This is what was caught.
But they're out of town right now. They're with his parents.
And how many rooms do you have?
2 upstairs and 1 downstairs.
Alright, we're gonna have to go and search the house. Is it okay if we go in?
Yeah, of course.
You don't have any, like, pets or dogs or anything?
No.
Just stay here, man. Police! If anyone's here, make yourself known. Police. Anyone inside?
inside. Make yourself known.
I don't know if the glitches are from our screen or it's just from the normally from the video. Cause on this it has never, on the tablet it has never, on the device it has never glitched like this. So it might be normally from the video.
Downstairs, clear. Yeah, we're good.
Now, something that's odd about this video is that all the closets appear to be empty. Although somewhat strange, the video's description states that the homeowner occasionally rents out the house through Airbnb. So, as to prevent guests/renters from stealing personal items such as clothes, leaving the closets empty is necessary. Now, another thing that viewers point out is that the cops don't bother turning on the lights. This is actually normal though, as taking the time to find the light can spell life or death for the officer. All officers must be ready to confront any danger during a search, meaning that all their attention is solely given to the threat at hand. However, the doors opening by themselves when the officer searches upstairs, and the sudden footsteps heard right behind him are things that viewers can't seem to explain. Whatever it might have been, the homeowner can rest assured that nobody's inside. But depending if she's a believer in the paranormal, living with a ghost, or something else entirely, may be equally disturbing. This video, like most others, remains a mystery.
If you need to make a new claim on your car insurance, we're available 365.
This next video comes from Sean McAuliffe, who claims to have captured something pretty freaky on camera. Sean says that he's been living worried too much about it. Sean says that he's been living in his house for 23 years now, and ever since moving in at the age of 14, he's been seeing things that he can't explain. Initially thinking that it was just in his head, he didn't worry too much about it, but it wasn't until seeing more and more of these strange happenings that he started to think that maybe the stuff he's seen is actually real. While each of these incidents had to be spooky, this one has got to be the freakiest. It's late at night, and Sean is away from home, when suddenly, the camera in his bedroom begins to move around, as it seems to be sensing movement from somewhere. A few seconds pass, and this is captured. As the camera points straight ahead, a dark figure can be seen peeking at the camera before slowly showing more of itself. But right before it's able to show some more, the camera points away. When it points back, the figure is no longer seen. It's as though the shadowy figure was intrigued by the camera, but was scared away when it suddenly moved on its own. Similar to the figure, Sean is fascinated by whatever this is, but at the same time, terrified by it. Overall though, he's just glad that he caught footage of this mysterious figure, as he now has proof that something is inside his house. But as always, you be the judge. Is this actual proof of something paranormal, or was something else captured? On December 2nd of 2022, a family in India began uploading a series of videos documenting strange happenings inside their home. Up until recently, the family hadn't posted these videos out of fear of being shamed by friends and family, as they don't believe in the paranormal. But after experiencing an event so disturbing, they deemed it necessary to share their footage. They reasoned that not sharing their videos would prevent them from getting the help they need. The following video is the first of many, all of which progressively get stranger and stranger. In this first incident, the family's at home when their son notices something very peculiar outside their window. Watch. After taking a second look at the so-called imaginary friend, whose name is Jerry, their son runs over to the couch in a panic frenzy, as though he'd seen something pretty horrific. After rushing over to safety, he points out Jerry to his father, who seems concerned at first, but then later chalks it up to his child's imagination after being unable to see him. Although somewhat strange, the parents don't think much of this and continue with their usual activities. But in the following days, things would only get stranger. In one incident, the family's having dinner when all of a sudden, a loud knocking sound comes out of nowhere, followed by the smoke detector going off randomly. It was from there on that more disturbances would occur. But it's the following incident that's by far the strangest. The family plays an audio recording of a prayer through a speaker in the hopes that doing so would cleanse their home of the entity that haunts them. As they play the recording, this happens. Oddly enough, playing the recording has led to the sudden emergence of maggots. But even more strange is that according to the family, they came out of nowhere. To this day, they have yet to come up with an explanation for this odd occurrence. But as if that wasn't baffling enough, 2 nights later, they capture something beyond strange. It's late at night, when a loud noise outside the bedroom wakes up the parents. Take a look. Without warning, the small chair that's initially seen against the wall mysteriously slides over to the couch in a swift motion, as though someone or something had pushed it. The father understandably runs back into the room, fearing for his safety. Viewers believe that whatever had slid the chair had done so with the intent of causing harm. Although we don't know if the family agrees with this notion, they most certainly agree that this next incident, which occurred a few nights later, is the creepiest of all. This is what they caught.
It's the same time.
The sound of running footsteps are heard running towards the father. As anyone would, the father bolts back into the room in full terror. Just like the previous incidents, this one has left the family completely spooked. They have no clue as to what is haunting them, and neither do most viewers. However, it wasn't until recently that a follow-up video was made by the father commenting on the incidents that have taken place. In this video, the father mentions a certain detail that, according to viewers, could explain why strange things are happening to the family. Take a look.
Okay, so this is like around 5 months ago. We had actually kept a maid over here. I don't want to mention nationality, but she had a very strange behavior, and initially we didn't notice it much, but later on, yeah, it was kind of creepy. She used to prepare food for us, and like you can say, like she used to make breakfast and dinner for her, and I don't know why, but she never used to eat her own cooked food. You know, we used to eat the food, and my son, and we have never seen her eating the food in front of her. And whenever we used to ask her, has she eaten her dinner or something, like she used to say, yeah, I've already eaten it. But we used to check the camera that if she's eaten or not. No, we have never seen her eating food at home. And this is where the maid used to sleep. And through the nanny cam, what we used to see her every night, like 1 to 4 a.m., she used to like just sit down in the middle over here and just staring at our bedroom door. It was, how can someone have like some kind of insomnia behavior, just sitting still and watching at our bedroom door? We were scared of her. We decided to, okay, just lay her off. And after she went, and okay, it was almost for a month. There was no.
Viewers believe that the maid, which the family had laid off, is responsible for the strange occurrences. They believe that in retaliation for being fired, she had placed a curse on the home, which is evident by the dangerous activity encountered by the family. Whether or not that's true, there's no denying that the activity continues to intensify with each new video captured. That said, this next video is no exception to this notion. The family is once again woken up late at night when this is captured.
अजय मत जाओ तुम्हारे पैर पड़ते प्लीज
कुछ नहीं होता. Yeah. Okay, I'm not doing this.
It appears that someone or something had mimicked the father's voice. Although pretty terrifying, it's the latest and final incident that has left the family extremely unsettled. This is what was captured.
Okay.
Mysteriously, someone or something had left the faucet running in both the kitchen and bathroom. After shutting them off, the sound of running footsteps are heard once again. Naturally, the father was shaken up. The family continues to document these strange occurrences in the hopes that someone can explain what's going on. Unfortunately, a definitive explanation has yet to be given. But what are your thoughts on this? Is the maid that was laid off responsible for the activity? Could Jerry, the imaginary friend, be the actual culprit? Or might there be something else that could explain all that's happened? As with most videos, this one has yet to be solved. If If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com. That being said, let's get back to the video. The following video comes from Deanna Boyce, who is the mother of 2 children and the wife of her husband. The house that her family lives in is a place they happily call home, as plenty of significant events have taken place there. In other words, lots of memories were made at this house. But one memory in specific frightens Deanna, as thinking about it makes her feel very uneasy. For months, her oldest daughter has been telling her that someone is inside her closet. She would often give the name of the person who's inside, which would usually be the name of a family member who had passed away. But recently, she's been saying that a bad man is inside. Feeling spooked, Deanna had thought about contacting someone who could help her cleanse her home. But it was after seeing the following video that she immediately knew that a proper cleanse was needed as soon as possible. Her daughter is asleep when this is captured. The closet door mysteriously opens on its own. It opens slowly and quietly, seemingly trying not to wake Deanna's daughter. Deanna states that no one could have been inside, as there isn't enough room for anyone to be there. Like most viewers, she thinks that something is in contact with her daughter. Unfortunately, this incident continues to haunt Deanna, reminding her that something dwells in her house, and that whatever this might be is possibly attached to her child. In this last video, a person named Josh Fletch is exploring a penitentiary that is believed to be haunted. Along with some friends, Josh checks out the cells and other sites inside the building. But when Josh decides to go upstairs by himself to check the cells above, something pretty creepy is caught on camera. Take a look.
I may or may not have climbed up, because there's no stairs.
Upon arriving at the last cell, the silhouette of a person or something can be seen inside. Josh was immediately shaken to his core when he saw the dark figure standing there. Although neither Josh nor his friends have any clue as to what he saw, they can't help but feel that something paranormal had appeared. One theory is that the ghost of an inmate was caught on camera, but who knows? What exactly did Josh see inside the jail cell?
Hello guys.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Until next time.
Esse vídeo acabou. Sorry guys, I had to do something quick. That's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Bye guys. Bye.